Parque Warner, Madrid, Spain is a short drive from Madrid into the drylands of Spain, and it features the Intamin triple launch, Batman Gotham City Escape. The park features a total of 7 roller coasters, some being quite unique models like a Giant Inverted Boomerang and an incredible B&M Floorless coaster, plus some pretty average coasters filling the rest of the lineup. Other unique attractions and dark rides include a Madhouse and a Scooby-Doo shooting ride, 3 major water rides including an excellent log flume, and a few shows. Parque Warner has 5 themed areas in the park: Hollywood Boulevard, the Movie World Studios, the DC Superhero section, the Old West, and the Cartoon Village, which features a large water rapids ride. We stayed at a partner hotel that was booked directly through the park website, and it came with park tickets to the park. These shutters make it pitch black. They're my favorite things ever. Oh, yeah. Nice. This is a good place. Are the toilets different in Spain? Is that a bidet? Here we go. Of course, the Giant Inverted Boomerang. Marcus.
Oh my god. That's like why I made us come here, just to ride that.
I've visited this park 3 days now on 2 separate trips in the summer season, and I find that the queues do move slow, but the lines were never long enough to really be frustrating, apart from Gotham City Escape, which seemed to take about 60 to 90 minutes for each ride. Coming from so far away, I actually ended up spending $80 more to buy single fast passes. 4 times I got to skip the line because I really liked this coaster. I can't recommend getting the other fast pass that includes all of the attractions because all of the other lines really weren't too long. After entering the park, we'd head to the left and make a large circle. So to the studio section, where the main attraction here is Deja Vu Stunt Fall, a giant inverted boomerang manufactured by Vekoma. The Jeep is the most satisfying roller coaster to watch from off-ride. The large air gates, the moving parts in the station, the perfect catch at the side that brings the car higher before releasing it, the backwards and forward motion, the great sounds, and the little clicks and clacks that it makes. It's really a machine that I could just sit and watch for hours. The ride itself here isn't necessarily rough, but it is an intense ride. The shaping is very early Vekoma style, so you might have some bumps to the ears or head as you go around the somewhat snappy inversions. I know the people that could ride it all day, but really just 1 or 2 rides on them are usually enough for me. The center seats are a bit more comfortable if you're looking for an easier ride, but this coaster really is one where you are at the mercy of the coaster. You can feel the power of the Jeep, and that's what makes it so incredibly special. It really is a good ride that feels different from any other boomerang if you haven't been on one. Making your way around the park, the incredible floorless roller coaster Superman is the next major attraction, and it very well may be the best floorless roller coaster in the world by manufacturer Bolliger & Mabillard. This is a ride that features a lot of different feeling elements versus your other standard loopers. There's a couple airtime hills, there's a nice 0G roll and some raised corkscrews, and there's a powerful helix at the end. Plus, the entries and exits into each element are just a little different than your standard straight entries. There's some turns at the bottom of every element, so it's a really nice layout. This is my favorite floorless coaster for sure. There's an S&S tower and many flat rides around the park, like a top spin and a Batman the Ride clone. Very nice theming here. Alright, let's get to the new one. This new model from Intamin is most noticeable from the new train style, the best coaster trains on the market, period. It is Batman Gotham City Escape, a triple launch coaster with what feels like the quickest LSM launches out there yet. Intamin is really showing us that we don't have to worry about slower accelerating launches from LSMs in the future. This thing kicks the short and nimble trains with the carbon fiber restraints that don't pin you to the seat as you ride. I think these 3 or 4 car length trains really make the best rides. So for Gotham to have these short trains, it really flies through the transitions and the snappy hills with a bit of punch to them. The slight stagger of the seats also from the front to the back of each car is a really nice touch. Every element feels sharp and strong. The wave turns feel unique, unlike any other wave turns. It's a nice snap. I always say it's the rides that do something different than you expect are the really good ones, and this does exactly that. There are parts that just you don't expect to feel snappy that do feel snappy. But can we still bring back those straight track moments? Those are really what is missing from every new coaster design. Just a little bit of high speed straight track. Gotham has fun little entries and exits and transitions in and out of each element. It really is one of the best roller coasters in the world, and Intamin proves again and again that they are the manufacturer making the most fun and top-rated roller coasters in the world right now. Intamin continues to move forward with their designs without making them too boring or too computerized. The theming is fun here and the layout is super unique, although feeling a tad bit short, even though really the length is pretty okay, especially for the space that this thing takes up. There's only a few elements after each launch, and maybe that contributes to that short feel of the coaster, but it's good. Plus, that ending, it's just genius how they were able to figure out how to fit a brake run here in this small space. They fit so much ride into this footprint, and the layout fits with the theme and the onboard audio. I can't say enough good about it, and the more I think about this ride, the more it fights for a place as my favorite coaster ever. Over into the Old West section, Rio Bravo is really one of the best log flumes that I've been on. Some nice elements that were unexpected, and a bit of good jankiness to it as well. Don't miss it. This Intamin really is my second favorite ride in the park. It features some theming and a different style than other log flumes that you've ridden as well. And next door to that, one of the worst roller coasters that I've ever ridden, Coaster Express. Nice trains from Intamin, but it pretty much ends there. This is a bumpy and uninspiring layout. I don't really even need to waste my time talking about it.
I really don't like this sound. Before the recharge, this was my worst ever coaster.
The worst ever coaster. It wasn't unbearable, but it wasn't any good.
There's 2 family coasters that round up the lineup here by Mach and Zierer, and that rounds up the park pretty nicely.
Oh. Oh.
There's some singing and dancing shows as well. But the 2 main shows are the Batman Stunt Show, which I did miss because of the low reviews, and then the Car Stunt Show, which features some classic Spanish humor with impressive stunts. And while these shows can be quite common in many of the recent theme parks that I've been to, this one really is the best presented car stunt show that I've seen. The humor and action mix really well, and the show is fast-paced with a storyline that is mostly understandable without knowing the language, making fun of the police a bit, with robbers escaping in this Three Stooges-like humor. The stage also doesn't feel too big for the action that goes on, and it's a well-done show. Parque Warner is a nice stop with some attractions for everyone. The quality of the park itself could be higher, but it's definitely a park that should be added to your bucket list because of the coasters here. We would also see the nighttime spectacular here at the park, which was a surprise. I did really enjoy this show. I would say it's on the level of like a Universal show. And that will do it from Parque Warner, Madrid, Spain. Next up, over towards the city for Parque de Atracciones, before we make our way over to Barcelona and Tibidabo and Port Aventura. Thanks as always for watching these little reviews, and until next time, see ya.